G'day guys, and welcome to my tips for round 21 of the season. Actually had a good week last week for once, so that was a positive. We'll move into round 21 tips this week, and we've got the Dogs and the Giants hosting Friday night game at Etihad Stadium. I'll be going along to this, so pretty excited about that. Maybe do a bit of a vlog potentially, so we go there. So the Dogs, they had they got over the line against Brisbane by 14 points, got the job done there. And the Giants, they were clinical against the D's, did all the damage early and ended up winning by 35 points. So I'm going to go the Giants by 14 points here. They got the Doggies last time. There'll be no love lost between these two sides for their great rivalry, the modern day rivalry. I think they're just starting to hit top gear, close to the finals. And the Dogs haven't played anyone great with their 4 winning streak at this stage. So we'll see how that goes, but look, the Dogs will certainly be licking their lips that it's at home, but I'm going to go the Giants. I don't really know what the upset is, but going the Giants there. Next game we have is Sydney and Fremantle at the SCG, and we've got the Swans who did a nice job at the Cattery, getting Geelong by 46 points. The Dockers a 23-point win over the Suns at home. And I'm going to go to Sydney in this game by 58 points. They've just been in clinical form, I think 11 of the last 13. Only lost to the Hawks in those 2 games, so look, they're in as good as form as anyone. Form team of the comp and their flag to lose, in my opinion. Yeah, look, mainly because it's at the SCG and they're going all guns blazing at the moment. The Dockers have been in reasonable form, not too bad lately, but yeah, hard to go past Sydney there, and the Dockers aren't a great side at the moment. So, Swans there. Geelong and Richmond at Simmons Stadium, big game on the Saturday afternoon. And we've got Geelong, who went down to the Swans, as I just mentioned, by 46 points. Biggest loss at the Cattery since 2006 against the Hawks. And the Tigers, they'll think they're a great chance here, and they certainly are a great chance for their first win there since 2006. There's a lot of 2006s there. They got the job done over the Hawks by 29 points with a very impressive win and display there. I'm tipping the Tigers by 25 points. They're probably big favourites here. No Duncan, no Hawkins, no Selwood. There'll be a lot of players out, and I think there's too many stars missing for the Cats. We're as vulnerable as ever, and the Tigers are in pretty reasonable form. If they can't beat us now, I don't know when they will beat us. Rewalt will probably make his way back into the side. I just think the Tigers are a much tougher side than we are, and you know what you're going to get from them generally. You don't always know what you're going to get with us, even though it is at home and we're tough to beat. So, go on the Tigers there. The Lions host the Gold Coast Suns at the Gabba, and Brisbane, they were going against the Dogs. They fought back, couldn't quite get the job done, went down by 14. And Gold Coast, they went down to the Dockers by 23, couldn't quite get the job done there. I'm tipping the Lions by 31 points. I don't think Ablett, Lynch are playing, possibly not May either. I know Witts is out for the season. Yeah, so there's a bit going on down there at Gold Coast. They're missing a few. Lions they're in relatively good touch. At the Gabba, I'd have pretty hard to go past them there up against Gold Coast. So we've got Essendon and Adelaide next game at Etihad Stadium. And the Bombers have played some pretty good footy this year at Etihad. They got a win over Carlton in pretty amazing circumstances. McDonald tipping Woody, getting the job done for them, winning by 8 points. And the Crows, they were devastating, absolutely amazing form. 84-point win over the Port Power in the showdown. So they're the side to beat at the moment, and premiership favourites for that reason. So I've tipped the Crows here by 66 points. I think they'll really get on a roll, and their best footy is amazing. So may not even need to play their best to win. So I reckon the Crows just have the complete game at the moment, and if everything goes right for them, I can see them winning it by a big margin, as mentioned. We've got West Coast hosting Carlton at Domain Stadium. This will be the Saturday night game. The Eagles, well, again, another tight game, and they fade out in the last quarter against the Saints on this occasion by 8 points. And the Blues, they went down by 8 points as well, so that's the commonality between these two sides here. I'm going to go with West Coast by 27 points, basically because it's at home. If it was at the MCG, it'd be interesting. You'd probably still tip West Coast. They're the better side, Carlton tiring, so those are my reasons there. Melbourne and St Kilda, the MCG, talk about elimination finals right here, guys. These two sides just have to win simply. Can't get any easier than that. The D's, it was all lost in the first quarter after those first 3 goals. They went down to the Giants by 6 goals. The Saints dug deep and they got a win over the West Coast by 8 points. So fantastic result there for the Saints. Billings kicking the sealer. And it was the sealer this time, going up by a bit of over a goal. Because at the MCG, I'm going to go Melbourne by 11 points. It'll be very tough to beat there, and they've been somewhat disappointing of late. Expect a big response for them, and the Saints, they'll certainly make it pay, make it count. It's going to be a massive game, and yeah, ensures to be a very juicy clash. So watch this space for that one. Hawthorn and North Melbourne. It's in Hobart. Maybe not Hobart, York Park, US, whatever it says. I'm going to go the Hawks by 5 points. They went down to the Tigers by 29 points, unfortunately, last week. And North Melbourne, they were terrible against the Pies. It was one of the worst games I've ever seen, actually, at least this year. Going down by 54. I reckon it'll be a pretty close one. Both these sides played pretty reasonable footy. I guess, yeah, in Tasmania, we'll put it there. I think it could be University Stadium, I'm not 100% sure, but I think the Hawks will just have that enough grit to get across the line. Not much to play for, they're out of finals contention essentially now, so it'll be first time in quite a while, since 2009. North will certainly give them a good run for their money as well, so, but the Hawks just. Final game for the round, Port Adelaide and Collingwood at Adelaide Oval, and the Port would be absolutely filthy with their performance against the Crows. They went down by 84, as I mentioned earlier in the piece, and Collingwood, a good win over North Melbourne. They got across the line by 54 points. A pretty comprehensive display later in the piece. And I think Port Adelaide are going to bounce back here. 15-point winners is my tip. I don't think the Pies may have the aptitude to get the job done interstate. They have had a good record over the years. Maybe not so much recently. They haven't been blown away much, so I reckon it'll be a close game, but I reckon Port to respond emphatically, hopefully get a win there and get their finals race back on track. Those are my tips around 21, guys. Approaching 500 subscribers. We may even have 500 by the time this releases. Very excited. I'll have a video about that soon to congratulate and thank everyone for that. Muchly appreciated. So, along with that, subscribe, like the video, that'd be great. I'll catch you guys next time.